What's up, YouTube? You're watching Epic Luco. I know I've been away for a little while. My motherboard quit out on me, so I had to get a new one. So I haven't had my computer for 3 weeks. Complications and whatnot. But anyways, I am back, and I really want to make it up to you guys. I want to put out more Alien Isolation. But I decided I want to, since 2014 is over, we're in 2015 now. It felt like the year went by so quickly. A lot of good movies came out last year, and I wanted to make a top 10 of my favorite movies. Now, bear in mind, these are movies that I saw in 2014. Now, there were a lot of movies that I really wanted to see that will not be on this list. Movies like Whiplash, I don't know, I can't think of any other big ones. They were Into the Woods, any of the bigger, like Oscar-nominated ones that are getting talked about now, Oscar buzz. I haven't seen a lot of those. So these are just movies that I've seen, movies that I thought were incredible. So yeah, here we go. Now I do have some honorable mentions, one of them being Joe, starring Nicolas Cage and Ty Sheridan, a drama featuring the two in a very mud-ish movie, as in the movie Mud, not like gross movie. Godzilla, an incredibly good monster movie with a little bit of a weird second act, but all worth it for the third act. All those people that say Godzilla isn't in it that much, it's supposed to be like that, quit hating on it. Noah, directed by Darren Aronofsky, a beautiful looking film with great cinematography, excellent performances from Russell Crowe, Emma Watson, I don't remember the other characters' names, but yeah, it's an all-around great movie, another movie that's getting a lot of hate, but, you know, biblical people, whatever, I don't care. It's a great movie. Interstellar, Christopher Nolan's newest science fiction movie that had a little bit of a bumpy third act, but it's all worth it for that build-up, and the performances in this movie are great. And finally, Big Hero 6, Disney's newest animated movie that has obviously great animation, great voice acting, great characters, and just an all-around fun feel and tone to it. Now, I really like all those 5 movies, but there were 10 movies this year that I thought were very good. And let's start off with number 10. Last year was a great year for superhero films. We got a lot of great ones. One in particular was not that good. But anyways, coming in at number 10 is X-Men Days of Future Past. Now, a lot can be said about the X-Men franchise. It's had a lot of really good upward moments, and then it just had some incredibly shitty downward spirals. Nonetheless, X-Men Days of Future Past is easily the best of the franchise, completely obliterating the other films literally out of existence. We got to see a lot of great chemistry between these characters, especially between the young Charles Xavier and Magneto. These two, whenever they had a conversation, it was always riveting, it was always interesting, and really made up some of the best parts of the movie. Not to say, though, that there are not better parts. The action is fantastic. The time travel aspect of it is done very well, especially towards the end, which I applaud. It's got some great performances and great action, great climax, great conversations between characters. Overall, a fantastic superhero movie. Definitely check this one out. Pick it up on Blu-ray. It deserves your money. Coming in at number 9, we're going to stay in the superhero trend with Guardians of the Galaxy. You probably couldn't. Hold on. You probably couldn't tell. It's Guardians. It's just the weird steelbook that came from Best Buy. Now, if you watched my review for Guardians of the Galaxy before, you'll know that I really loved this movie. But I thought Ronan was a little underplayed and kind of just dampened the mood a little bit. But I realized after a couple more viewings that he was kind of like that for a reason, to kind of contrast with the other characters. So it kind of made those characters more interesting on purpose. So I can forgive that there. And like I said before, the action is phenomenal, the characters are fantastic, the comedy is unexpected and hilarious. Pretty much just a very good, pleasant surprise. We've got a lot of movies coming from Marvel now, and after seeing quite a few of these movies, especially this one, I am very excited to see what's next in the future. Coming in at number 8, we're going to again stay in this superhero trend. This is the last one, I promise. With a movie that came out towards the beginning of the year that I think a lot of people kind of forgot about, actually, surprisingly. And that is Captain America the Winter Soldier. I shouldn't say people forgot about this movie because it was miles ahead of its predecessor, which was admittedly forgettable itself. But this movie really showed us that Marvel doesn't have to just be a bunch of, awesome big buff superheroes. It can be it can be other genres too. This movie showed us that it could be a spy thriller, and it's an excellent one at that. Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson, of course, kill it in this role. They're fantastic. It's just as they have been in the past. It's got great action. It's got great spy elements. It's got a great engaging story that twists and turns that I didn't expect with a Marvel movie. And overall, it's just a great experience. I hope you guys checked it out because it was great when I saw it. Coming in at number 7 is a sequel that I thought could never live up to the first one, but it ended up being a lot better because How to Train Your Dragon 2 was an incredible thrill ride. Now, I loved the first movie. I thought it was an incredible animated movie with great and beautiful animation, with great characters, artwork that just blew my mind, and flying scenes that were just unbelievable. This movie, I thought, because it took a little longer to make, has that element of being, it could be better, it could be worse. Definitely better and or as good as the first one. And that's really hard for a sequel to do nowadays. Usually when a sequel comes out, you're expected to think it's going to suck. But this movie proved me wrong because this movie has better animation, better character development, and overall better drama than the first movie. I feel like not enough people are talking about this movie. Like when the first one came out, everyone was blowing up about it. But when this one came out, they were like, oh, okay, How to Train Your Dragon 2. Cool, that came out. Nonetheless, an incredible movie. I hope you guys check it out. At number 6, we have a film from the incredibly imaginative mind of Wes Anderson, known as The Grand Budapest Hotel. The style of this movie completely blew me away at how imaginative and creative it was. The way it used smaller sets to tell the story and set the tone of the movie. The characters in this movie, all the different characters in this movie are all so funny and imaginative and creative and vibrant and give great performances, especially Ralph Fiennes. Coming from Wes Anderson, I didn't expect anything less, and I got way more than I expected. Definitely check this one out. At number 5, get ready to get your toy boxes out because everything is awesome with the Lego Movie. Literally the first trailer of this movie, I thought this movie was going to suck. Literally, it is called the Lego Movie. I thought it was going to completely suck. And I went to the theater and I saw it twice. And I got the Blu-ray and I saw it about 6 more times at home because this movie is awesome. The Lego Movie truly is amazing. It has some of the most inventive animation I've seen in a long time. It doesn't even look like traditional CG animation. It actually looks like physical Lego bricks. Stop motion animated. That's what I thought it was for about an hour of it. And of course the characters, everybody's memorable, everybody's funny, everybody has a line that will have you pissing your pants laughing. What also threw me a look for this movie too was how heartfelt it could be at moments and how it can balance it out with the comedy, which is fantastic and witty, and not just for kids. It's for adults too. The tone is for everyone, the comedy is for everyone, the animation is for everybody. Everything in the Lego Movie is awesome. Coming in at number 4 was a movie that should have gotten way more attention at the box office, but for some reason people didn't go and see this enough. Edge of Tomorrow, or as the Blu-ray people like to call it, Live, Die, Repeat. What a fantastic original science fiction movie this is. We never get this. So why did nobody see the movie? I don't know, but it made them change the title to the tagline, which is weird. I don't get why they did that. It's just stupid and dumb. But Edge of Tomorrow was a fantastic movie. And I mean it when this movie was fantastic. Tom Cruise was amazing in this movie. He was very misrepresented when it came from the trailer to the movie. He played a coward, not just a badass with no character. He played a coward in this movie. He did all of his stunts. The guy's like, what, in his 50s now, and he's doing his own stunts? He's crazy in this. As well as Emily Blunt, who is also fantastic in this movie. She does an incredible job in her action scenes. She's always badass and heartfelt when she needs to be, and she balances out perfectly. This movie deserves everybody's praise because it rocks. At number 3, we have a movie that has easily got to be one of the best performances of this year, or last year I should say, Nightcrawler. As I said in my review, Jake Gyllenhaal completely disappears in this movie. He is a different person. He is not an actor playing a person. He turns into this character. It is seamless, it is creepy, and it is one of the best performances I've ever seen. And that's just one of the big praises for this movie. The cinematography is incredible. The screenplay is fantastic. The other supporting cast is great. The lighting, I love the lighting in this movie to death. I could gush about this movie on and on and on, but there are 2 more movies to get through, and it was so hard to choose between these 2. I adore these movies. Both of these movies are some of my favorites now. As we move on to number 2, we have Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. This movie, I could kiss Andy Serkis.
I don't like where this is going.
But not in that way. Don't jump to any conclusions. Don't. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes does so much to be better than its original. And the original was incredible also. It does exactly what a sequel should do to its predecessor. Make the characters more interesting. Have their arcs continue into this movie. Have the effects be better. Have the chemistry between the characters be more interesting. Have the conflicts be more palpable. Every single thing in this movie does fantastic. Switching directors to Matt Reeves was probably the best idea possible. He was the reason they wanted to continue the arc of Caesar, who, by the way, Andy Serkis, you are a god. You are one of my favorite actors working today, if not my favorite. You have pioneered this new motion capture, and you have opened the door for so many possibilities with movies. I thank you so much. It is such an incredible thing to not be a part of, but for you to be a part of, for the film industry to be a part of. It's an incredible feat in technology, and I really can't wait for what you are into next. That Jungle Book movie looks fantastic. I will be the first person to see it. Probably not, because I'm poor. I could go on and on and on and on about how much I love this movie. I've watched it multiple times on DVD. I saw it twice in theaters. But there is one movie that I thought was better than Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Better than the 9 other movies and the honorable mentions that I listed on this list. A movie that goes above and beyond everything I could have thought a film could do. Everything that I thought a human being could accomplish with a camera and some people. Ladies and gentlemen, my number 1 pick for the best film of 2014 is Birdman or the Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. This movie is a technical masterpiece in how much effort is put into this, and how long it must have taken to put these scenes together, to all make it seamlessly look like it is one continuous shot, to get all of the actors get their lines right, for all of them to completely transform into these characters, to completely be pretty much themselves, but in an exaggerated way. This film does incredible things, and it leaps ahead of any kind of score I could give it. It is a masterpiece, one of the best movies I have ever seen. Michael Keaton is fantastic. Edward Norton is fantastic. Emma Stone is incredible, the best she's ever been. Naomi Watts is fantastic. Zach Galifianakis, one of the weirdest actors today, who only does kind of dumb comedies, does a fantastic job in this. So unexpected. And as I said before, the cinematography is mind-blowing. It seamlessly looks like it is one continuous shot. The effort that is put into that, the time it took to put that together, to have all of it fit and actually look like that, is a feat within mankind itself. The social commentary about film criticism and indie movie versus big blockbuster movie, it's all fantastic. This movie, I could say it's a masterpiece over and over again. It wouldn't do it justice. I'm just one person. Go give praise to this movie. I really hope this movie gets way more attention. It's been nominated multiple times for the Oscars. I hope it gets Best Picture. It is an incredible experience. It is not just a film. It is an experience. Not many movies are like that I can say. Experience it. Buy it. Or don't buy it, just watch it once, rent it, I don't care. But watch it. So that was my top 10 movies of last year. It was a fantastic year. However, there were a couple stinkers last year, not enough for me to call it top 10, but there were a couple that got on my shit list, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be making a top 5 list of my least favorite movies of last year. Stay tuned. But anyways, that's about it for this video. What are your guys' thoughts on last year's movies? What movies did you think were awesome? Leave down in the comments what you thought about last year's movies. Make your own top 10 list. Comment with each other. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Click the subscribe button to see more videos that I've done. And I'll see you next time.